Top of the morning, YouTube. Pulled out the drop. I hadn't started it pretty much since I got it back. Been focusing on the box. I said today is time to work a little bit on the 75. Kevin's still working on the trunk. Uh-oh, we're getting some sprinkles. Luckily, I got it underneath the carport. I'll put it back in the garage. It did crank right up. I hadn't moved it, so that fuel injection shit's still working. It ain't learned, but man, it cranks on and dries fine. So I don't know. I still needed someone to check it, but first thing on the list, that's not this car, but this is. Yeah, I picked it up from Kevin's and we had to add transmission fluid. And look, it's been about 2 weeks in here. That's a major transmission leak, dog. So that's first thing on the list. Let's see what that's about. I did put a rebuilt transmission in here, but it had been sitting in my container for a couple years. So maybe the seals dried out. Not too sure. Haven't really checked it. But I guess that'll be the first thing on the list. And one of the other things on the list, let me show y'all. I've been organizing, dog. My shit was just ridiculous. It still look wild. See, these are donk parts. That's the original alternator it had. And some of the bracketry. And then let me take y'all back here. I kind of cleaned up. We couldn't even walk back here. I pretty much took out every box part that I seen. And so back here, I still got to go through stuff. But back here is all the parts. Some parts are going back on the car. Some parts are not. But I got to, I got to make sure. See, those are my fillers. I got to choose tail lights. I got a few sets. All the chrome, the bumpers. Kevin brought me all them bodywork pieces. I got them in there. I think in the bag are the mirrors. So, second on the agenda is pretty much keep organizing back here and let me look through all the parts and see what's going back on the car, what's not going on the car, what doesn't belong to a 75. I don't want it back here. I just want this. I'm gonna use the whole back wall of shelving and this shelf. I think it'll be plenty for the donk parts. I'll probably scoot this shelf over. The ones I'm gonna use at least, and everything that I have extra, because I do have a lot of extra shit, I'm gonna put off to those shelves. So I got a plan. Whether I execute it or not is a different story. See, I got shit that's expensive that I've been letting set out in the weather. Those are billet. See, I'm gonna have to repolish that end. I'm gonna have to repolish these pedals. I can't find my other. I can't. It's here somewhere, so I gotta organize. I got seat belts in here. Yeah, I gotta see. That's my convertible top trim. I gotta reorganize everything and start polishing it. I'm not putting it back till we paint it, but I could mark it and have it polished and ready to go back on the car. And these are my side moldings, which are still in good condition for the OGs. But I have some billet ones. I'm probably gonna use the billet ones just because they're super straight. These gonna need some work. I don't have any other set. Hopefully we can straighten them out and polish them. Polish them, yeah. Straighten out a few little dings. I don't know, but yeah. So I think getting organized with my parts and figuring out that transmission leak to start the dump. Oh shit! There goes the rain. Oh hell! Well, luckily. We ain't got to work in the rain today. Close that door, fool. You gonna let the AC out, cuz. Damn, we got some overspray on my undercarriage. We had already painted it all shiny black. I think we could hopefully clean that up, because even my wheel wells were nice and black. Look just like the core support. But I'm gonna jack this thing up a little bit. Let me see where that transmission leak is coming from. All right, looks like that. I ain't even went all the cars on our way underneath in there. And look at that, looks super wet. It's already dripping. So that is what? Is that the speedometer? What is that in the back? Yeah, right? Let me scoot up in there. Let me see. I see some red right there too on the pan. Even the oil pan's kind of soaked. God damn, everything's leaking, dog. Damn. So I went through with a rag and wiped it all clean. Wiped everything down I could. I know for a fact that seal's leaking. It's already seeping. So let me go get that first. Hopefully it's just that's gushing nasty. Yeah. And the motor look like it's seeping somewhere too, but we'll have to check, see after the wipe down, see where it's starting to get wet again. And I ain't talking about y'all gals. Well, not O'Reilly's or AutoZone had that seal for the Speedo. So I went ahead and ordered it off of eBay. Give it a couple days to come in. But we got some other work on our hands, baby. Check it out, this slab action, baby. Yandy red Rivi. The homie J.R. dropped off his Rivi. We ain't gonna do nothing special, just some maintenance. Oil change, fuel filter, CV axles, sway bar links. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of the front end. I'll film it when I get it. I was gonna start to break it down right now, but O'Reilly's didn't have all the parts, so I gotta go pick them up tomorrow. But hell yeah, we're gonna take a quick break on the drop while we wait for them parts and tackle the drop Rivi. I'll click y'all on tomorrow morning when we got part action. Fuck it, I was just sitting here, I said, damn, I'm waiting on most of the parts, but it did have the oil change. So I might as well do the oil change and put it on the jack stand. Maybe even pop the wheels off tonight, fuck it. Get a head start. Yeah, that AC Delco, boy.
Guys, I cannot wait to set up my new toy room, display all my stuff. I'm also very overwhelmed and nervous. I'm very excited. It's like Christmas Eve, right? Like 4 VHS, sealed, good old lunchbox. What? Very cool. What is this? Delivery cheap things. I don't know what that is.
Next morning, I actually didn't film the bust down. Started breaking everything down. We changed the shocks, sway bar links, the axles, the most important part. I got the whole axle loose. I just got the big nut left. I don't have the size of socket here. I'm gonna have to go to the shop and borrow one for my pops. But hell yeah. Last night I said, man, I was just sitting there. I said, man, let me start busting this thing down. We also got to do a little tune up to it. We did get the spark plugs. We're waiting on the wires. But the main thing he really brought it for was the CV axles. So let me go either borrow it from the shop, or you know what, I might go buy me one just to have here. Alright, I trusted the Google machine. I didn't remember what size that damn shit is. And it said 36. Ah! Google was right, finally. Let me show y'all right now that I got a camera person. Check out these badass shocks. Yeah, they're supposed to have some shock action, y'all. These things are busted. And my Makita Impact took a dump, so I went and bought a Ryobi for right now. It wasn't that cheap. Let's see if it'll work. Oh, it do got some power, boy. Watch out, Ryobi. Damn, that CV axle was on there. That's probably the OG one from '83. So on this one, there is two different ones.
But you know, back then,
there's the driver and the passenger. Hopefully they gave us the right one.
It wasn't just weed. You know, funny thing, I never had to do that. Really? You could smoke around your mom? Well, you were lucky. I mean, I don't know how lucky I was, but I grew up in nothing. Well, it started with my grandmother, okay? All right? So I lived in the house with my grandmother.
Yeah, it looks like we got a wiener. And hey, check it out. That bitch ain't even have no boot, no nothing, cuz. Ah, damn, gonna have to make about 50 trips for because them fools don't be having shit. Alright, I think we got everything with this last trip. Alright, passenger side done. Got the new CV axle. New shock up in that hoe. Woo! I ain't gonna lie. It was a pain. I mean, it's just because this is just all the OG shit. That's the only reason. It's not that hard to do. But when the original shit on there, sometimes that shit's a pain to get off. Got my cotter pin up in that hoe. Got my cotter pin in the ball joint. He really need to do the bushings and ball joints. But I'll talk to him about it. Hopefully he'll do it here soon or maybe later. I don't know. Let me finish what I got though. I don't want to add more work before I finish the work we already got. Let me get on the driver's side. Woo, all right, driver's side done. New CV axle, shock, sway bar link. Like I said, we're going to end up doing the bushings and ball joints probably. And the steering linkage. But for right now, the suspension part, what I was going to do is done. Shit, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and slap the wheels back up on there. Slap the wheels. Before I drop it down, the next thing is the fuel pump, and it's like underneath there, so I'm not going to jack it down. But you know what? I think, let me double check. Yeah, I think I should be able to bolt up the wheels. Well, you know what? Let me see if I got some spray rattle can Dan. The calipers looked real ugly behind the wheels. I just want to spray that black for him. What y'all think about my new ramps? My old ramps were still good. They need to be a few spots welded up, but they were still good. I just wanted some longer and lighter ones. These ended up being longer, for sure, for lower vehicles, so they won't scrape the ass. But they're not that light. These motherfuckers are heavy, but I got them for the 10,000 pounds each rating. But it'll definitely help with the lower vehicles. And, well, not the weight. I was hoping they'll be a little lighter. Where I'm going to put them on that, I'm going to have to figure something out. But, yeah, what y'all think about the new ramps? Ooh, we just got through restoring the brakes. You know, brakes in the can. Hey, you know what? I think these brakes in the can can also do ball joints in the can. What y'all think? Bam! There you goes. He ain't even got to replace the ball joints. That bitch is new now. Finish restoring these brakes in this top arm. Brand new brakes, cuz. Brand new arm bushings and ball joints in the can, baby. Dumbass. Double checking. Yeah, it look like the same fuel pump. But before I start tackling that fuel issue, man, I'm going to go ahead and put these heavy ass wheels on. Yeah. Yeah, let me slap the wheels on. Them shits is heavy. Let me get that out the way. And then we'll start tackling that fuel pump. So when I took off the wheels, I did ask the owner, hey, why you only got spacers on the passenger side? Well, that's what it was. Man, I didn't want to run the spacer. You're supposed to be able to bolt, and you do. You don't have adapters or nothing on this car. Swingers should bolt straight to the Rivieras. No adapters. Well, anyways, I went ahead and just shaved a little bit. It ain't need that much. So I went ahead and shaved that. Let me double check. I don't want to shave too much, but I shaved it a little bit. Why run the spacer if we don't have to? I think it just needed that little bit. Oh yeah. We good, baby. Alright, officially done with the suspension. Put the wheels back on. Once it's in ground, I'll just lug it up again. But I'm glad I painted that caliper black. You see that? Let me show y'all the back of it. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Well, I will. Separate, cuz. You see that rusty caliper? Yeah, I hate when you see the rusty caliper. Little rattle can down makes it look 10,000 times better, don't y'all think? We are gonna do a flush, but really, I didn't skip the fuel pump. Y'all see that hose is kind of in the way. I said, fuck it, we gotta flush it anyways. Let me get this hose out the way. That'll be easier to get to the fuel pump. Let this water drain out. We gotta do a flush anyway, so. Yeah, we got the AC compressor off. For what? Nah, we're not fixing the AC. There was no way to get to the fuel pump without taking that shit off. That fucking sucks. Alright, next day, y'all. I didn't get to finish the fuel pump. God damn, I got a motherfucking mess. You know what? Before I continue messing with that fuel pump, let me clean up a little bit. I got shit everywhere, cuz. So, yeah. Let me do some cleanup, dog. Clean up on aisle 3. And then we'll get back to trying to tackle this fuel pump. What the fuck? Did not even seem like it was gonna rain and that shit just started pouring. What the fuck? Crazy ass Texas weather. I'm trying to take that hard line off that fuel pump and it's starting to strip. So I had to make me a custom tool, baby. Let's see if it works. God damn, y'all. I had to take off the AC. Now I had to take off the pollution pump. This is still, I still ain't took off the damn fuel pump. I just have to move all that stuff to get it out the way. Look, check it out. Now I can get to the fuel pump. My bootleg tool didn't work. But, god damn, this motherfucker kicked my ass. I've been fucking with it. We busted it. Ooh. Usually I hate it whenever, you gotta be careful. I've been soaking it for like, since last night. But, what I ended up doing was, I just put the wrench and I gave it a good tap. Oh man, it busted it loose. I was worried I was gonna fuck up this line. I hate messing up these lines. I've done it before, where you twist it and then it come with it. Oh yeah, luckily we're gonna be good. God damn. Damn! That's a long bitch right there. Hell nah, I wouldn't have been able to pull that out without taking that pump off. No way. Ain't no way. Pop the little hose off, I'm gonna run to the store. Looks like we got the correct fuel pump. I'm gonna just replace these little hoses. Got that boy back on. Alright, back on the Riviera. Today's been a few days since I've been out here. Let me tackle this hole today, I think. Yeah, let's get on that fuel pump first and foremost. Alright, got my new hoses. I'm gonna cut them to length, but I'm gonna put them first because once that fuel pump is in there, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tighten them lower clamps. I cleaned up right there for my gasket. Let me throw that bad boy in there. Alright, bingo. Got our fuel pump installed. That wasn't that hard. Now how to figure out, I forgot how to put all these brackets. It's not like the Chevys. Look, this bitch got like a million different pieces. Let me see how to mount this goddamn pollution pump back up. See how hard it is? You can't even see it now once I put that pollution pump on that hoe. But we got the pollution pump nice and tight. We are not putting back the compressor because he is gonna try to fix the AC. So first thing you know, he gonna need a new compressor. So he said, go ahead, leave it off, that's cool. So the next thing I gotta tackle is actually the plugs and wires, baby. All right, I threw it back on the floor, took the jack stands off of it. I was done with the suspension. I was just, my short ass can reach a little better so we can start doing these plugs and wires. God damn, y'all, this is the first one I pulled out. That bitch nasty. Dog, I swear fucking O'Reilly's be my worst enemy, dog. I'm on my last plug, about to pop it off. I'm about to get it prepped. And dog, I only have motherfucking 7, dog. I didn't even check the boxes when we got them, dog. I had to go like 3-4 times so they could have everything. So someone must have stole one out the box. Fuck, dog. I was about to cross the finish line, dog. Funky ass O'Reilly. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It took me about an hour. I stripped the shit out the fitting. But I had to change that filter. Yeah, that bitch was gunky. Do we got the right one? Luckily we do. But god damn, that bitch kicked my ass, that fitting. That bitch was on it. I put one of that old spark plug, so it ain't running perfect. But it ain't leaking no gas. So fuel pump's good. It look like it got exhaust leak. We're gonna do like a bootleg flush. And after that, go see if they got that spark plug. So check it out, come on. No leakage on the gas. Yes, sir. Alright, I'll hit y'all back. Yeah, I just let it run. A little ghetto flush. This ain't the correct way to flush it. But we did get some brand new coolant. I didn't want to mix it with that rusty water. Ugh, that water's nasty. I just let it run until that water ain't that nasty. And then drain it all out. But that shit look pretty funky. Oh, we gushing. Ugh, that water's still nasty. It's getting cleaner though. Water full of coolant. Running pretty decent. Sitting pretty decent. My job is done. Well, nah, I'm not done. That damn spark plug. Goddamn O'Reilly's my nemesis, dog. They always fucking me up, man. But I hit up the homie. He's gonna come by today, test drive it. And then I told him make plans to take it tomorrow. But go ahead, if you got time, come on by today. And then, yeah, I want him to drive it around the neighborhood. Feel out them CV joints. I don't want to test drive it. Better, he don't live too far, so it's better if he come test drive that thing. Now, this mess I got over here, he is gonna have to keep the compressor. He's putting a new one and the belt to get the new ones. I don't think he gonna want none of this. Trash, tools. Ugh. God damn. I got a mess everywhere, y'all. I'm tired because I'm not even that tired. It's just hot. But I'm glad we 98% done on the Rivi. Why? Hey, come on, come out here, fool. What you want? Huh? Alright, he taking out for a test drive. I told him see how I feel around the neighborhood. That bitch ain't making that clack, 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 clack noise no more. Swinging, banging, cuz.